Korea's K-pop is being embraced by fans around the world, and as with any worldwide phenomenon and human nature being what it is, artists in the genre have gotten caught up in various political controversies and have used their platform to enact positive change in the world. I've been interested in how this has happened and decided to make a video going over various moments in K-pop history that have one or another been involved in the political arena for good and bad. Please note that this is more of a factual telling of the events that occurred and in no way reflect my personal opinion on any of these matters. We will be going in chronological order just to keep the timeline straight. But before I get started, please do me the huge favor of hitting that like and subscribe button for me. It helps me out here on YouTube. This video is just one of my videos that go over the history of K-pop, and I'll have my playlist of historical K-pop videos listed in the description and at the end of this video. And so, without further ado, let's get started. Big Bang's rapper Top was caught up in his first controversy regarding his choice to wear the Japanese Imperial Rising Sun flag on his jacket in 2007 not once but twice. For many, the flag reminded them of the painful period from the 1910 to 1945 when Japan occupied the Korean peninsula and instituted harsh controls and cultural integration measures. After receiving backlash for wearing something representing what some deemed the Asian Nazi swastika, YG, which had chosen the jacket for Top to wear, issued an apology for the lack of awareness regarding the fashion choice and not being aware of the severity of wearing the controversial flag. Back before he was an international K-pop star, Psy used his platform to protest American interventionism and got into some trouble for it. In 2002, a U.S. military convoy accidentally struck and killed two 14-year-old South Korean schoolgirls, and the soldiers were acquitted for it. Like many Koreans at the time, Psy was horrified and angered about the incident, and during a concert he smashed a model of American tank on stage. And in 2004, after a South Korean translator and Christian missionary was kidnapped and beheaded in Iraq in relation to South Korea's refusal to support the American-led Iraq War, anti-American protesters took to the streets. Psy sympathized with the protesters and sang along to the lyrics of the song Dear American by South Korean rock band Next, which criticized the United States military for its actions in the Iraq War and used racist language directed at military service members. Although he didn't receive any significant international media coverage at the time, once he became a pop star, those concerts were brought up, and in late 2012, he apologized to the U.S. military and to the American people for his inflammatory and inappropriate language, and he expressed hope that the American public would accept his apology. The apology seems to have worked because he went on to have a great career in the United States. On August 1st, 2014, Red Velvet officially debuted with the music video for Happiness, which included imagery such as the bombing in Hiroshima and Nagasaki from World War II, as well as the American 9/11 Twin Tower attacks. Immediately upon its release, the girls in SM Entertainment received tremendous backlash from fans and media outlets across the world, and the video was pulled and replaced with an edited copy, but not before the original had garnered more than 2 million views. Back at the start of 2015, B1A4 held a mini concert in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and got caught up in their own scandal. The members invited 3 Muslim girls up on the stage to engage in reenactments of popular Korean television dramas and the related skinship moments. Members were seen hugging a girl from behind and kissing another girl on the forehead, acts which opposed the social mores of the predominantly Muslim society. After videos circulated with titles such as Malay Girls Molested on Stage by K-pop Artists Last Night, critics within Malaysia deemed K-pop a Christian conspiracy and labeled the girls an embarrassment to their religion. The incident was investigated by the Federal Territory Islamic Religious Department, or the JAWI, under the Sharia Criminal Offense Act for indecent behavior in public places, and the concert organizers and B1A4 issued apologies. Although the girls faced possible arrest for indecency, the apologies helped and the charges were later dropped by the JAWI. In November 2015, on the Korean television variety show My Little Television, teenage Taiwanese Twice member Tzuyu was seen on the show waving the Korean flag alongside the flag of the Republic of China, which is also the Taiwanese flag. Because of the tensions between China and Taiwan, she was accused of being in favor of Taiwan's independence while also profiting off of mainland China. China-based Taiwanese singer Hwang An, who is known for his strong Taiwan integration stance, accused her of being in favor of Taiwan independence through his Weibo account, and Chinese fans demanded that Twice be banned from all activities in China. Shortly afterward, the technology company Huawei canceled its endorsement deal with Tzuyu. It didn't help that Taiwan elected a pro-independent to the presidency in that time period. In January, the controversy continued to escalate, and JYP uploaded an apology of Tzuyu standing in front of a gray wall, reading a note apologizing for her actions, that she considered herself Chinese, and that Taiwan and China are one country. Back in July of 2016, the Philippines won an arbitration with China in international court over what it called illegal actions by China in Philippine territorial waters in the South China Sea. After the court's ruling, Chinese K-pop idols such as FX's Victoria, Miss A's Faye, and EXO's Lay took to the social media platforms Weibo, China's most popular social media platform, and Instagram to express their opposition to the ruling by changing their profile pictures and making comments such as Victoria's, "China cannot shrink by the slightest bit." Chinese K-pop fans also flooded many Chinese idols to support China's side. Regardless, the involvement of K-pop idols in international political battles further proved to be a sticky subject, as the genre continued to strive to be more globalized and accepted. In August of 2016, Tiffany of Girls' Generation landed herself in hot water on her Instagram and Snapchat when on the eve of National Liberation Day of Korea, a holiday that marks the end of the colonized rule of Japan and Korea, she posted a photo of herself with Sooyoung and Yuri with the Japanese flag emoji and captioned, "with babes." Fans immediately expressed disapproval since it seemed disrespectful to be posting on the eve of the holiday. Within minutes of posting the photo, the post was deleted. The next day, which was the day of the holiday, Tiffany added fuel to the fire with the Snapchat story with its text laid out to show the Japanese rising sun flag, which some believe symbolized Japanese imperial rule. Tiffany, who is American, issued a handwritten apology shortly after saying, "I'm sorry to have caused so much trouble on this special and important day. I am very ashamed of myself for causing much disappointment to many people, and I deeply regret it. From now on, I will keep in mind that my words and actions are seen by many people, and I will always be more circumspect about my words and actions." Many fans, and Korean fans in particular, did not see her apology as sincere, but others defended her by saying that her upbringing in the United States left her ignorant about the meaning of her actions. Nevertheless, her blunder resulted in her stepping down from the reality TV show Sister Slam Dunk. There are times when K-pop is a casualty in political situations, and the THAAD controversy is a prime example. In 2016 and 17, the United States and South Korea deployed the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, or THAAD system, in South Korea to strengthen its defenses against North Korea. China saw the system as a threat to China and believed it affected China more than North Korea. As a result, tensions rose between the countries, and China eventually blocked all Korean music videos and TV shows from showing there. China at the time was heavily relied on by the K-pop industry, and it ultimately halted K-pop's foray into China for a period. This caused revenue streams to plunge from many of the K-pop companies, and China has since eased some of its restrictions, and so endorsement deals and K-pop Chinese releases and promotions have slowly resumed again over the last few years. In a rare and monumental performance on April 1st, 2018, Red Velvet was invited to perform in the 1,500-seat East Pyongyang Grand Theater in Pyongyang for President Kim Jong-un and selected North Koreans. After decades of tension between the two countries, this not only marked the first time a North Korean president attended a South Korean culture and arts performance in North Korea, but served as a positive change towards reunification. The crowd gave a standing ovation, and President Kim Jong-un expressed how deeply moved he was and that he hoped the two countries would eventually reunify.
It is an incredible honor to be invited to an occasion with such significance for today's young generation.
In September 2018, BTS made history by becoming the first K-pop group to be invited to speak at the United Nations. In a monumental speech, leader RM encouraged today's youth across the world to believe in their own convictions and voices and to speak for themselves, quote, "No matter who you are, where you are from, your skin color, your gender identity." The group had already previously worked with UNICEF to launch the Love Myself campaign that coincided with their 2018 album called Love Yourself. While the speech may have just been 3 minutes, the message and impact it had for K-pop fans and beyond was not just political, it was inspiring. In April 2019, as the reigning Japanese emperor abdicated in favor of his son, Twice Japanese member Sana was caught up in a controversy regarding her Instagram post that said the following in Japanese. As someone born in the Heisei era, I am sad that the Heisei era is coming to an end. However, Heisei, you have worked hard. It's the beginning of the Reiwa era, so I am going to face this beginning and complete the last day of Heisei neatly. Although she meant the post to promote positivity and to show that she intended to better herself, haters saw it as an opportunity to attack Sana by twisting the post into a political issue. Korean nationalists took to Sana's Instagram to express their outrage at her support of the emperor under the veil of anonymity, even though her post made no direct mention of the emperor. During June 2020, after a black American named George Floyd was killed by police, K-pop artists and fans lent their support towards the Black Lives Matter movement. BTS donated $1 million to the movement and fans matched it. In addition, K-pop fans also famously hijacked anti-black Twitter trends such as #WhiteLivesMatter to promote K-pop fan cams and drown out the voices of white supremacists. In June of 2020, United States President Donald Trump was set to hold his first major rally in months in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Boasting that the crowd attendance was near capacity, President Trump and campaign officials were excited at the upcoming turnout to help boost his re-election chances. However, his excitement turned to embarrassment when it was revealed that K-pop fans and TikTokers had hijacked the reservations and no-showed. And the 19,000-person arena was left with thousands of empty seats as a result. In August of 2020, Everglow complicated political matters when they were caught performing for the Korean military at a Constellation concert. The Beijing Cultural Market Administrative Law Enforcement Unit cited that the girls' company Yuehua Entertainment, a Chinese company and its K-pop subsidiary in Korea, violated the law that forbids any performance or exhibition that harms national and personal honor. Possible punishments range from fines to suspension to forfeiting the right to participate in foreign cultural activities, which would affect Chinese member Iran. Everglow's company has since apologized, saying that it stands firmly and unanimously with the motherland and rejects all actions that are harmful to the national interest. Well, that's it for today, friends. Hope you found this video informative and hope we can all find peace and unite as one someday. Thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to hit those subscribe and like buttons for me. And while you're here, check out many more of my videos and see you next time.